taken on it. But I've been very interested in seeing that. I've been really interested. Why did you guys do this already? I had you fixed this. I got you nuts. Give me a sec. These guys are being nuts. I don't know why. Get something set and then things just want to reset themselves. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I will have to get done after stream for the tiles up front. Okay, so what I am trying to do, I am legit trying to get Staryu for this. So Mata, what I'm personally doing is I am doing what I'm calling a Gotta Locke'm all challenge. Totally thought I was the one who came up with it. Apparently people have been doing it, but they've been calling it something else. They've been calling it a full series challenge. So I was like, oh, here I thought I came up with a challenge. I did not. I just came up with a name. So I am calling it the Gotta Locke'm all challenge. And the way it's done is I'm nuzlocking every single Pokemon game. That's 36 games total. So like red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, fire, red, leaf, green, let's go Pikachu, Eevee, and so on and so forth. But you name it better. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm like, oh man, gotta lock them all. It makes so much sense. And then like I'm coming up and looking for like ideas for like rule sets and stuff like that, and then I see other people, I'm like, oh, full series challenge. Oh. Yeah. So basically, at the end of every game, whichever Pokemon make it into the Hall of Fame will be retired. And if you would like all of the rules, you can follow that link there, and you can see the full list of challenge rules, as well as naming themes that I have on there. So right now, I can't look anywhere else because I've gone to all the locations that currently have Staryu, and I did not catch Staryu. So, I'm still hoping to get one. I still have routes. I'm looking at a map here. But Starmie, like, hands down, like, I had done one of these, like a Nuzlocke in here before, and I beat Yellow, I think it was, with just Starmie. Like, the Elite Four with just Starmie and, the trio. Like I've restarted this Gotta Locke'm all challenge, so you can see them previously ones where I had done this. But before I did not do red in like gold, silver, and crystal. I didn't go all the way to red, and this time I'm gonna go straight through to red, and that'll be like the final challenge of those games. But like Starmie and Doug Trio's like all you need. Like, Starmie especially, just blew everything. Just needs Thunderbolt, give it Psychic, give it Surf. Can't remember what, maybe it was Flamethrower, I'm not sure. That thing just destroys everything in its path. So, Starmie is so good in these games. When are you going to continue the Super Secret Project? I am trying to think if I have time today, because after we get done streaming today, probably go walk the dog. And I think probably not today, because I think my husband and I are going to play a game together. So, alrighty. So we cannot go after another try for Staryu yet until I get Surf, because after that I need to be on routes 20, 21, Seafoam Islands, and Cinnabar. I believe are the last few areas that I can get to try for a Staryu. So that's kind of where we're at now, which means I need to get Surf, which means I need to get it out of the Safari Zone, which means I also need to be Koga. So Koga is level 40. And as you can see, we're a little off. So I think what we're gonna do is probably try. I think I want to try and get through some of the Safari Zone stuff, and then I can go through Rocket or Silph Co. I can go through Silph Co. to take through a bunch of trainers there. I'm just gonna try and like knock out trainers as best I can, so that we should be basically ready for Koga and what's her face? Like kind of back to back. Koga and Sabrina, kind of back to back. So let's. I want to go through the Safari Zone first because I do want to try. Not try, but I want to get Surf because it's a fantastic water move, and you know why the frick not? And if I can get my hands. If I can get my hands on that there Staryu, God, if I can get my hands on Staryu, we will have an amazing freaking surf user. Husband just texted me, just gonna give him a little thumbs up. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, God. We do want to go here. Gonna try and avoid as much level grinding as I can, but we'll see. I did forget to put the Safari Zone on, but it's okay. So I know I have to go this way. The way I'm doing the Safari Zone is. Because it's such crap, and catching anything in here is practically impossible. I originally was gonna try and do where like, okay, I catch one thing here, one thing here, one thing here, and one thing here, and then we keep which one we want. I will catch whatever I can get my freaking hands on. So I am not expecting it to be anything amazing, but the Safari Zone sucks. I don't know why they made it suck so much, but it sucks. I do want to go this way. I do know that I can make it through here on the steps that you're given. I don't think I can get everything, but if I have to come back like once to get some stuff, it's fine. But see, I missed an item like right there. I'll do that, but so Paris, we're gonna try and catch Paris, and I mean, the Safari Zone sucks. There's nothing else to say. I have looked online. Hey, so we caught Paris. There we go. So we caught Paris in, what area is this? This is considered area, we're in area 1. So I'm not going to keep Paris yet because if we can catch anything else, because like I said, I would like to have options, but I'm going to keep a little list here of who we caught in the Safari Zone and then go kind of from there. I can always fly back and have him named, so I'm really legitimately not worried about that. Oh, there's another item. I know where I'm at. Hey, it's a Nidoran! We're gonna try and catch it. We're like area 2. Okay, so Paris, it was area 1. Nidoran, male is area 2. Okay. We're gonna say no, because like I said, I really would prefer doing these where, oh, no, I need to go up here. Because that's my ideal way of doing it, where it's like, okay, these are what's available, these are what I could potentially catch. Oh, we can't catch this one, so we have to run from it. We We have to run from that one anyway. For items, what? No, I can't get served. Why do I not have room? I feel like I've been like real. Oh, I guess I do. God dang it. God dang it. I guess I did get a lot of stuff. So I guess we're gonna just try and go through and catch to area 2. So we're gonna head up to area 3, I guess, because I was a derp. And we're gonna try and catch something in area 3, not 2. So we'll have to come back and with an empty bag, because I can't even get the freaking TM that's here. Or the guy's teeth. I can't even get his teeth. Okay, can we surf? Can we fish here? Can we fish? Okay, we fish. We actually have already caught a slow boat, so we can run from this home away. Dratini! That is shocking, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Chances of us catching this are really low. Very, very slim. Super slim. But statistically, the best way to do the safari zone is to basically not bother with rocks or food. They're like, just chuck balls at them. That has been the proven method of doing it, because there's just no other way to get anything. Apparently, I guess it was maybe, I'm not sure if it was a coding error where they kind of screwed up how they were supposed to have it coded, but, yeah. I mean, we're probably gonna run out of safari balls. I just don't want to leave until we've attempted. One for each area, and then we decide, because that's how, and this safari zone is not in every game. So this is my plan to do them for everyone, is we catch something in every area and then we decide kind of what we want to keep as far as, you know, what's best. Unfortunately, even if we were to catch Dratini, I legitimately don't think that Dratini is the best catch here. Simply because it's, we've actually already caught Gravity, I'll swear. I don't know that. If that catches, I'm gonna I didn't need to catch that. I think, yeah, whatever what I was saying, but that's how I intend to do the Safari Zone through every game that has one. The only one I really won't, because I know that, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee have a zone of sorts, but it is not the Safari Zone. It is like a Go Pal Park where you're supposed to load up your Pokemon from Go into Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, and then basically that's how you transfer them. Hey, look, a Psyduck. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Oh, Psyduck. Probably not gonna catch one. Come on! And he ran. But can you see how much better it is using just the Pokeballs? Because, like, they actually hang around longer, too. Like, frickin' Dratini right there. Zone 3, Area 3, Dratini. This was my Area 3 catch. Okay, so there's Area 3, and then the last area that I did forget to go through was the entrance. So I do need to go back there since I can't get it. I'm a dingbat. I'm truly and really a dingbat for not emptying out my stuff. That is on me. I do apologize. We'll have to come back. Not everything in here is useful. We already caught in this area. But now you know how I intend to do the Safari Zone throughout the run. Okay, so now we're actually out of time, so... Alright, let's go drop some stuff off. anything to sell.
Pokemon.
Can I just go this way? No. Okay. Which is fine because we actually have common here. There is a Swirlix if anybody would like to try and catch one. Let's go and go to my PC. I'm going to deposit. I'm going to deposit the escape rope because I don't think we need them right now. For now, I know we're going to need it later, but I don't need it right now. I'm probably just going to sell off these Pokeballs since I'm not using them. We'll drop off the old Amber for now. Yep. 20. 7. Full restore since I can't buy those yet. I think I'm just gonna. Oh man, I'll deposit these. I honest to godly forget them all the freaking time. I might try and remember to use one against Sabrina to bump up my special because at the very least then hers shouldn't hurt as much, but we'll see. So let's bebop on out of here, back into the Safari Zone, and finally actually up. But firsty is here. I did not want to buy it, but I did want to sell off these Pokeballs since we don't need them. That's it. Okay, so hopefully we'll be good this time. We have to go back there, so I do apologize. I did forget to do that. I do often forget about the stupid limit here in this game. Okay. So I guess what we'll try to do is we'll still go through as we usually do, but we'll go through grassy areas to ensure that we try to engage. I guess we'll try it here. So Nidoran is the... I don't know if you can do this, right? Can you do it where you just kind of up and down? I can't really get it. Okay. There's a way. Okay, cool. This is a good one. Let me try for this guy here. Apparently I've got super luck, so entrance was... So apparently I have super luck today, and I've literally caught one thing in every area of the story. And again, we are going to say no to nicknaming because we will pick one to keep on. Alright. And now we can just... Oh, the execute would have been nice. Execute would have been nice, but I'm kind of okay without it because we'll be getting... I'm really going to be aiming for Staryu, so I'm not really worried about execute right now. And because I actually had done a run where I got through this without having 6 Pokemon, I made the executive decision that I have to have 6 Pokemon with me for the entire Elite Four. Whether or not they do something is entirely up to me and them. But I feel like that kind of makes it a little bit more challenging because now you are required to have a Pokemon, a full team. And I can't just finagle it without it. So more Pokemon basically get retired. I feel like that's a, I don't know. Will I like it? I don't know. We'll find out. I might hate myself. I legit might hate myself for that. Alright, so. We're at the secret house. Thank you. I've won. We're going to go ahead and use this on Homeboy Supernova. Normal Pokemon are such a... We're going to drop Bubble Beam. So I don't think there's anything else. We can't surf yet. I'm just gonna walk around and see if there's any other items I can do. Because this will be our only time coming in here again. Because I don't feel... Well, there we are. We're out of time. So cool. We basically got everything I needed to here, which is nice. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and give the old man his teeth, which is this house. Yeah, this house. Do we have the ability to use strength yet? I legitimately cannot remember. So I decided I'm going to defeat all Pokemon games on your OLED. I'm going to do one version of each in a casual playthrough, and the other will be a mono game. So I've done casual regular playthroughs of Shield and Eevee. So now I've got to decide if I'm going to do regular, a Brilliant Diamond, or Ice type of mono sword. That's going to be interesting. I'm very curious. Are you going to just early on move over a bunch of the Pokemon for ice typing? Because that is always like, that's the hardest to me. Simply because, do I have anything on here that you can drop that are useful? I actually kind of like Bite because it's we'll just say no. I'm planning on not having Supernova on the team eventually anyway, so do I have strength yet, though, is the question. I can. Okay, cool, I do. So we found it. What is this? Pokemon photos and fossils. Old Pokemon merchandise. So we got the fishing rod from him. Okay, so we are kind of all set in that regard. I am going to go down and drop some stuff off. Which is going to be all this stuff that I've just picked up. I might get that. I made a mistake. No! Stop making the mistakes. All of this is going to be for later. Alright, so we do need to withdraw two things. We need to withdraw Super Rod. And I need to withdraw the flute, because I did accidentally. Alright, so first things first, we're actually going to go up here and take out the other Snorlax. That's right over here. This is Fuchsia. We're gonna move... Wharf is already at the top. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and take on these guys here. And we're just gonna kind of blow through a lot of this stuff. Confusion. Oh, it doesn't quite knock you out. That's fine. We'll go ahead, but finish you off. Don't use all my confusions. This should knock you out now. There you go. What were you saying about my runs? Oh, so the question I had was, for the ice type run in Sword, are you going to be moving over just one Pokemon as a starter? How do you plan on doing it? Or are you going to move over like a full team of low-level ice-type Pokemon in order to play through the game? Like, and the reason why I'm asking is this. I have wanted to do like ice-type runs or runs with Pokemon that you tend to get later in the game, but I never really thought of the best way to introduce them as you play. So for example, if you want to do an ice type run, those are typically like late game Pokemon. And with that being the case, are you gonna like, okay, I'll have a level 5 start Pokemon that's an ice type be my starter. And then at this point of the game, I'll give myself another, and so forth. I'm very curious as to how you intend to do it. Because I have not figured out something that works, and I'm curious to what others do. And since you're doing it, I'm asking you. And that is that's a problem. I've got a few ideas I can get before I have a few ideas for ice types I can get before the gym, but I can't get a lot until I get to the wild area. That's right! I forgot about that. I forgot about the fact that in that game, you can get to the wild area and you just have to get to the, ice. You have to wait till it snows, right? It just needs to snow. And then the ice types are just available, even right in the beginning, where the, oh god, what is it? Where the Onyx is. And there should be ice types right there at the beginning. So I think just, oh, that's so true. I completely forgotten about that. I think it's because I forget that the wild area exists, because I'm so used to other Pokemon games that just don't have that right at the beginning. Gamer! Welcome on in! How are you doing today? Happy Monday! I hope you had a lovely weekend. Mixing you up. Yes! Mixing up games. It's so hard. It is a problem. It is a problem. I thought that would have been a really good thing to add. I am doing good. We had a good weekend. Husband and I went to a gaming convention. Had a lot of fun there. Just honestly, I've got no complaints. I've got no complaints. Enjoying life. Living it to the fullest. I'm trying to figure out who I want to go against this bloody guy. We're gonna let Comet come out first, honestly, to get that chip damage going. Yep, you're correct. There is a sleeping Pokemon in the way. Gotta play the Pokefruit. Oh my goodness. Living life to the yes. We had a real, so this weekend, like I said, was the first time my husband and I had gone to a gaming convention. And as such, we didn't really know what to kind of do per se, as in what we wanted to do, I guess. So we just kind of went and sort of did. I didn't actually want to go. I needed other Pokemon to get stuff. But this is probably going to be all I can take you out before you wake up. Perfect. That's kind of what I needed. So it was our first time I've been to conventions in general, like gaming conventions, and this is the first time my husband and I have gone to one together, and it's the first time going to a gaming one. And we've kind of, after the first one, we kind of know now how we want to go about them in the future, because we're looking at going to Dragon Con in end of August. There's a Finian in chat. And what we've essentially decided is, one, we actually really enjoyed talking to the vendors and particularly the individuals that made their own game. Because they can explain it to you, tell you how it works, and they play like a quick session with you and whatnot. And we actually really enjoyed that. And so, that's kind of something that we're probably going to focus quite a bit on. And then if in the event they have any sessions of maybe like D&D or something like that you can get in on, to do that too. The one thing I really was disappointed about, personally, was that they had a few Jurassic Park pinball machines, and I really wanted to play. They're much newer ones, not the one that I originally played at like AMC and like when I was a kid, and Jurassic Park came out in like '93 and stuff like that. But they basically hogged them. Like, there were 5 people, and it was like 3 on one machine and 2 on another, and they were just literally hogging those 2 machines. And so there was a third one that like another person was at. So basically, that was probably the thing that disappointed me the most, was the basically people's rudeness for those around them, and not giving people an opportunity to also play, and just constantly bouncing between them, which was basically a really big. I'm gonna call it what it is. It was a dick move. So I did not get to play, which is unfortunate because I love Jurassic Park. So, but we'll see how the next convention goes, because it's going to be a different one, because this is Dragon Con is not just gaming. Like, the Southern Fried Gaming Expo is just gaming. I mean, people do sell comic books and, you know, some other things there, but it is gaming. It is meant to be gaming. And the Dragon Con is gaming, video gaming, arcade gaming, tabletop gaming. It is, I'm not sure if there's any LARPing. There could be, but I don't personally know offhand if there's any. There is cosplay, obviously, comics, anime, movies, manga. It is kind of like the big nerd showcase here. And so we're trying to see, we would like to try and go like on Saturday, but we don't know if they're going to sell single day tickets for Saturday. If they do, that would be kind of like ideal. Otherwise, I guess we'll probably try and go like Sunday or something. But because it's 5 days long, I noticed not a lot of PS5 games out yet. Yeah, that is weird. We have a PS5 and 2 games. So, I don't know. Maybe PlayStation is no longer like a really good console to get anymore with like no games on it, except older ones. And I can't even play PS1 games on it, which sucks, because like they should like. So Warfus 35. I do need to get Adam up because he's also going to help us with Koga. Or I want to kick your butt. I played PC now as well because you get. Oh god, there's so many more games. It is surprising, honestly. I haven't looked at the. Okay, that sucks. I've not actually looked at the. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. I haven't looked at the entire catalog of games on the PS5, but I don't imagine it's stellar. It doesn't seem to be. I don't know. I'm wondering. I guess I'm wondering, like, if or when consoles, maybe not Nintendo, but like I don't know, Xbox and PlayStation, right? They seem to maybe be on their way out. I don't know. It's weird. I've thought about it because I've noticed the same thing. Like, and I'm not really looking into games for the PlayStation 5. Maybe I should. Maybe there's a whole slew of games and I just really haven't gotten any. But they're also often just cheaper on this. Let's see. What do we got? Alrighty, lady! Welcome the freak on in. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? We're finally set. Just made a full English. Dinner! That is your dinner. That is your dinner. I had to think about that. Lot of remastered games. Yeah, that is definitely a big thing that they've been doing. All right, D12 and D20. $12 and $20. I know it's hard to see, but I promise you it is a $12 and a $20. All right, 11 and 7 is 18. So 10, 18. It is not Tangela. I don't know if you guys landed on Tangela. You have not. Okay, it is not Tangela. Well, it's a breakfast. Oh, okay. So a full English does not necessarily mean a full English meal. It is representative of specifically breakfast. Okay. Because when you said a full English, I'm like, oh, it's definitely dinner time for you guys right now. All right, that is a 3. So 1, 2, 3. It is not Kadabra. We've already landed on Kadabra. I'm waiting for others because you guys usually throw more at me. Yay. I wait because I'm like, am I getting more? I usually get more. Breakfast any time of day is always good. I'm not gonna lie. So you actually got a solid 8 on 2 D8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is not wheezing. So full English, it's usually black pudding, sausage, beans, tomato, eggs, toast, cooked in oils. Oh, and mushrooms. So I had a pseudo full English because a friend of, oh boy, here we go. Not necessarily like my husband Ryan, but it's his sister, and it's her. I think it was the person who used to babysit her daughter or something. That is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is not Lower Oak. Try to keep all the oaks together. Today we added spam burger, hamburger. We had gone to their house and they did like a pseudo full English, where it wasn't the exact same things. Like a lot of it was the same, but like there was no like black pudding or anything because the wife is from England, so it had a lot of the same similar things, but not exactly everything. I personally would not have eaten black pudding. That is not up my alley at all. So, just saying, that is not up my alley. Ooh, Voltorb. Did you just say Voltorb? Do I have the right Pokemon out? My thing does. Done! Adam, you're 31. Another one. Get ourselves out of problems. So this is what Doug Trios do. They just dig out of their problems. So Blackfoot is actually very way better in Scotland, but not all the English actually care. See, like, I don't like jelly stuff really anyway. I don't like the texture of it. It's definitely not my jam. Come on, joke! Come on, nope. I do need to heal you up. I'm just letting it go. I'm just letting it go. Just letting us right now. So black pudding isn't as bad as everyone thinks. I mean, I don't eat it because I don't eat meat. But isn't it like... So can you remind me what it is again? Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it have like blood in it? And that's the thing. That's really, really not for me. Like, I can't even eat like burger if it has pink in it. Nice, 36. I'm trying to think of what level we'll get you to. Because the funny thing is, it's like, kids won't touch it, but they love these nasty, stinky chips flavored as prawn. Oh, I don't like seafood either, so. I don't like seafood either. I'm a terrible Floridian, I know. From Florida, don't eat seafood. Trying to get some freaking food here from a freaking coffee. Okay, so this is kind of... Oh, no. No, this is actually perfect, too, because... Yeah. Even if you blow up or super fast. I think at some point it had blood in it. So what is it? So I guess, okay, so tell me, what is it now? Because my understanding is it's got blood in it. That's my understanding of it. So what actually is it now? So gator and crawfish, still counts. I mean, it is blood. It's blood. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely not. It's just still blood, but oats. Definitely not for me. Which is fine, because not everything is for everyone. Okay, I think maybe I need to return off. I'm trying to figure out another way I can set this up that would work. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let me do something. Because this is just like, I love this kind of look and everything, but it's kind of being crap. So I'm not sure if... Terrible. It's still doing that for some reason. I don't know why. I'll have to try and fix it. Sorry. Trying to fix it, beta. I will try and fix it later. Maybe on a break. You'd probably like white pudding. It's bloodless. Oaty and delicious. Well, here's an interesting thing. I don't like, what do you call it? Like oatmeal, right? You'd try haggis though, right? What is haggis? Basically, black pudding is when you throw the... Oh, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. Oh, God. I mean, I get it. That's what people did back in the day. I get it. So, don't Don't get me wrong, I get it, but I also get that it's not for me.
Who's that Pokemon?
Vegan versions that come really close to the original. Look up haggis and I can describe it to you. Oh no, there's none of that left! Oh crap, hold on. Haggis. I really hope I'm not gonna regret this. Okay, so haggis is a savory Scottish pudding made from minced. Wouldn't be? Nope, 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 nope. Not for me. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna define what I eat. So to make it very clear, chicken wings, chicken breast, turkey breast, ground meat, steak, turkey sausage, chicken sausage, pork sausage. Those are the meats that I eat. Those are the meats that I eat. Notice the lack of organs in there. Oh lordy! Oh come on! Not even. No, I won't try it. I won't try it. I won't try it. It legitimately does not even sound appetizing to me. It does not sound appetizing. Okay, so we did this guy. Okay, so you're right here. Alright, so, but question of the day for you. Would you eat a Bulbasaur? Well-rounded. Would I eat a Bulbasaur? See, that's tough. And here's why. Bulbasaur is not... Like, what is Bulbasaur? Like, is Bulbasaur amphibious? That's what I have to figure out. If Bulbasaur is amphibious, no. But if it's meant to be, because like, would I eat Tauros? Absolutely. Would I eat Miltank? Absolutely. Blaziken? Absolutely. It's chicken. Tepig, Oinkologne? Sure, I'd eat them. But like, I don't know what it is. Like, I would not eat Tentacool because that's seafood. I would not eat Veluza. It's a fish. I don't like seafood. It's the smell and stuff like that that just turns me off from it. But I don't know what a Bulbasaur is supposed to be outside. I'm just like running. I'm basically out of people. We're gonna have to fly and get like up here. Actually, we don't even need to fly. We just teleport back to that center. You can eat it if it evolves first. What about tenderloins? We had those at my. So a tenderloin is like filet mignon, right? It's that area above, like where the back is, where it's the really soft kind of steak. If that's what you're asking me, so gator meat, no, I've never tried gator meat. I don't want to try it. It doesn't sound appetizing. Chicken livers, I won't eat because it's an organ. Go. But if I'm not mistaken, that is what a tenderloin is. And if I'm not mistaken, and I do have the correct thing for a tenderloin, the answer is yes. Because I actually really like filet mignon because I like it when they, like, you go to a restaurant and they butterfly cut it so that I can have it cooked well done without them making it burnt. And I really like that. So I guess it depends on if I'm understanding where the tenderloin is. I'm not understanding where the tenderloin is, I will need somebody to tell me where that is, and then I can accurately determine. Funny thing though is because my husband's vegetarian primarily, like, if it's basically any meal that we eat together, if like it's like dinner, if I'm making dinner, if I'm making, welcome on in for a vegetarian. Yeah, you are, you don't have to worry about getting anybody saying anything against vegetarian or anything here. It's fine. I have no issue with people, like I said, I married my husband, he's vegetarian, I have no issue with it. So, be a happy vegetarian. My husband, like, the way we do it is, even though I'm not vegetarian, if I'm making meals for us to eat together, I am 100%, it's vegetarian. Because I am not making, like, 3 different freaking meals. You know, like, something for him, something for me, something like that. No, it's just not happening. If we eat out, though, I just eat everything. If he is not going to be home, then me and our Beagle Boy, I'll go down to Culver's and get a double stack butter burger with cheese. And our dog Chaos and I will basically have that for dinner. I give him, like, he doesn't get the whole patty because it's just too greasy and stuff, and he's not used to having, like, that much grease. So I'll give him, like, a quarter of it with that meal, and then, like, a quarter of it and a quarter of it and whatnot. So, our Beagle Boy definitely gets a little bit spoiled. So yeah, at least you're good on that side. He doesn't have a problem with eating. Oh yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, he doesn't eat it. Like, so this is the kind of vegetarian he is. And I'm saying he is very chill about it because for him it's like, that's his choice. That's not the choice of other people, you know? So we had gone to Hibachi once, and the guy cooking the food had misheard him, I think, and made him the chicken fried rice instead of just the fried rice. So obviously the difference between the chicken fried rice and the regular fried rice is they just cut up chicken and put it in there. So instead of like saying anything, all he did is just pick out the chicken and put it on my plate. That's it. Didn't make a fuss over it, just picked it out of mine, picked it off his plate, put it onto my plate. I ate the chicken and he ate the rice. He doesn't make people change their gloves or anything like that. It's just like, just make the sandwich. Like, don't go doing all of that. He's very good about it. And if he were not that way, I definitely don't think he and I would have been able to be together, because that would have been me. Where somebody's really particular about how everything gets done, I'm just like, no, that's too much. So my brother makes one meal and then just makes a meatless option for me. Like, would swap out fish for fishless fish. Got you, yeah. So what we do is, it depends on the meal. So like if I make meatloaf, we use the Impossible meat because he doesn't dislike the taste of meat. It's the fact of like the process of the animals, how they process meat basically, that he doesn't like. So when I make like meatloaf, we use Impossible meat because he still likes the texture and taste of meat. It's not that he ever disliked that part of it. So we'll use the Impossible meat for that. Same thing with like burgers. He really likes the Impossible meat one because it has like a good texture and a good taste, and it cooks really well, like on either in an oven, a stove, or a grill, and it still has a little bit of the greasiness that like a burger would have, just not nearly as much, obviously. So he likes that. If it is sausage, I prefer the texture of the Beyond sausage. I just think it's better. He prefers the Impossible sausage. So basically, when it comes to sausage, I'll just usually buy the Beyond one. But if he's eating it, like if he's making me like real meat sausage, like on the grill or hot dogs or something, I'll get him the Impossible one because he prefers that. So I don't care about sauces that touch meat though. Like I went to my granny's for New Year's and she made chicken in a plum sauce, and I just had the sauce because it's so good. So that's like that, and then, but so like that would took so long because we ended up trying to figure out. So it was like, oh, this is a bad matchup. Give me a sec. I want Sphere for this. So basically, it was we had your cards. I know I'm gonna fix them on a break. I did see that they kind of got wonky. When I moved away from this screen and came back, those two, for whatever reason, just did their own thing. I don't know why, but I do appreciate that. But what we did was, so this is the best way I found to do it. So Alice, if you're interested in how to have tofu cutlets instead of chicken cutlets, here's how I figured it out. Buy your tofu, but you want like the super firm one, right? Freeze it, thaw it, and freeze it again, and then thaw it. There's some mystical science going on when you thaw, freeze, thaw, and then when you do that like twice with like the crystals and stuff that are happening. It's science. That's all I can say. That basically will give the tofu a slightly firmer texture, and then you want to cut it thin, like 1/4 of an inch at most, which is not easy because there's always that there's like at least one end piece where like the corner of it is like this like super paper thin nonsense, and you just like whatever. So buy it, freeze it, thaw it, freeze it, thaw it again. So obviously this is like a multi-day thing. Then put it into like a press to get out any of the liquid that's still in it. So I try and get ours that have like been really drained because we have like a brand at our complex that's really, really drained. But I want to get as much out because then I use Italian dressing. So we just buy like the cheap Publix Italian dressing for this because it's acting as a marinade as opposed to a dressing. But you can get whatever like Italian dressing that you like. But I do recommend an Italian dressing since that is where you're going to get the mimicking of the like Italian cutlet taste from. And that's why I say like Italian dressing. So whatever brand is like your favorite. Put it into like a shallow dish and then just throw the Italian dressing all over and just let it like at least 30 minutes. Longer is better, of course, when you're talking about tofu, but longer is better. But at least 30 minutes because there are times when I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to get everything set up because of the whole frost, freeze thaw, not signs back in the room. Okay, and so let it soak in that, like I said, for at least 30 minutes, longer if you can. Then put it onto like a flat cookie sheet with like parchment or aluminum foil. Lay out your tofu in rows, and then pour over all the dressing that was on there onto it, so it kind of bakes into it. Like I said, this is a process. We don't do this often because it is such a process. And when I say we, I mean I, because I'm the one who makes it. So it's just a process. And then what you want to do from there is bake it in the oven. And this is where I can't say how long because it's really a texture thing. You don't want it floppy because then it's not quite dried out enough to be close to like the chicken texture. So you want to get it on a little bit on the drier side, but not dry out where it's like a hockey puck. It's trial and error. I don't know the amount of time. I always kind of go in there, poke them with a fork and whatever, and try and see if it's like right there yet. But then you want to take them out when they're there. And by the way, favorite Sprite, best Sprite in the game. And let them cool because you're gonna have to start touching them. And this is where, like, if you're vegetarian, This works if you're vegan. I don't know what to tell you for the egg. Substitute the egg. But I use like egg. So you dip it in the egg, and then I have the brand of breadcrumbs I like is called 4C. I think it's just like a big number 4 and a C on it. That's the only thing I know. On that one though, the only reason why I know this is because our friend actually has a dairy allergy. It actually has dairy because I think they must put cheese or something in it. But so if you have a dairy allergy or whatever, just be mindful of that. Let me switch here because I think these guys have. Actually, I do want to add them at the top if that's the case. So dip it in egg, put it in the breadcrumbs, and this is where you gotta decide how you prefer it and how much time you want to spend doing it. Because you can do eggs, breadcrumbs, pat it around, make sure it's like a nice coating once, or you can put it back in the egg again for a second coating. I usually do once because, again, I'm the one doing this, and it's just a process. And then I get them all set to the side, and then I fry them in oil on the stovetop. And then after that, they're good to go. They are quite delicious. Are they 100% like chicken cutlets? No, because obviously they're not chicken. But it does mimic enough of the texture. And because of the Italian seasoning, it kind of glosses over the fact that it's tofu, because it's basically adding as much flavor into the tofu as possible, so that it doesn't just taste like bland nothingness, because that is obviously an issue of tofu. It doesn't taste like anything, so you have to like season the crap out of it. And dry seasonings are not my jam for it. I've tried that once and it was not good at all. So if you're looking for a chicken cutlet thing that is not chicken, but like a chicken cutlet, because you too have memories of your parents making chicken cutlets for you, and you desperately want them, but don't want to make chicken and tofu cutlets because that's too much work. There you go. Tofu cutlets. And I think they're really good. I think they're really good. But sit me in front of a chicken cutlet and I'll still eat that sucker, because that is my childhood memory right there. Ugh. I still remember my mom making them. They were so good. So good. She would make like a mountain of them, right? And just like this absolute mountain of chicken cutlets. And you would eat them for like 2 or 3 days straight because she like makes so many of them. And like that's what you had for dinner every day until they were gone. But they were so good that nobody would find it. But she, again, because they're less work obviously than like tofu, but she still had to sit there and pound, like she'd have to cut them and pound them down and stuff like that. They're work. So I don't make them nearly as often as I would, just because of how much time I just stand there doing every like individual piece of it. But I might do this soon, because it has been a while. It's been quite a while, I think. I did recently do our barbecue ones. Shiny Locked Legendaries. You want me to go over it? So, Shiny Locked Legendaries. Yeah. So I am not a shiny hunter. However, I am not a fan of it, and here's why. I know for a fact, even though I am not a shiny hunter, there are so many people that are. And the reality is, when you lock a shiny, I don't like them to, like, okay, so here's the thing. I don't like them locking Pocahontas. I don't like them locking Pocahontas behind events. I don't like them locking Pokemon behind events. And the reason being is like, and I'm going to use Melmetal and like Meltan and Melmetal for as an example. I don't enjoy playing Pokemon Go. I don't. I tried it multiple times. I never got into it. So knowing that I myself don't enjoy Pokemon Go, it stands to reason that there are going to be people who don't enjoy like shiny hunting or anything like that. And when you lock a shiny behind events, in the same way that they locked the whole Melmetal thing behind events in Pokemon Go, you essentially force people. This is such a bad matchup. Oh my god, that's such a bad matchup. Give me a sec. You force people to either play the game or go without. And it goes all the way back. So this goes all the way back to my dislike of trade evolutions. So when I played Pokemon, I never had the opportunity to have Gengar, Alakazam, Machamp, or I always forget one whenever I do this. Alakazam, Gengar, Machamp, and Golem. I never had the opportunity to have like any of them because they were trade evolutions. And when I was playing Pokemon, I was in high school at the time, so it was like, I did. But there were a lot of people who did not play Pokemon. So I guess we'll go with Sphere again, just to mention. So they essentially, those 4 Pokemon were locked behind trading, which I couldn't do because I didn't have any friends. Like, I'm not even like joking when I say that. I didn't have any friends. So it's the same concept where like I hated so much having the idea that I could not ever have 4 Pokemon who everybody talked about, who I read about, and by mean talking, like not in school or anything like that, because again, people weren't playing it. I mean, like, you could read stuff online and things like that. Oh, these Pokemon are so cool. Oh, I love Gengar. I love Alakazam. So great, so great. I could never get them because I didn't have any friends. So it always bothered me that they did that. And then when shinies became a thing, you could shiny hunt. Great, cool, awesome. Let people shiny hunt. The way people feel about shinies being locked, like even starters being locked, because they did that with, I think they did that with 8 and 9, didn't they? Where you could not soft reset in order to try and get the starter as a shiny. You would eventually have to later on go and breed them to get those shinies. The way those people feel about those things being locked is the same thing I felt about having evolutions locked behind a trade that I could never do. I'm not a big shiny hunter, but having the option would be nice. And that's the thing. It's like, what if one day, like, I love the shiny of a particular Pokemon and it's a legendary, but it's locked. I'm like, you lock it behind events that one, not everybody has access to. Like, think about all the events that they do, right? And it's like, oh, go online, log in, and you get this prize, like a mystery gift type of deal. Think of how many people just can't do that. Maybe it is internet limitations, right? Maybe they don't have access to the internet, which is a whole other rant unto itself about companies making their games required to be played online. Because I'm like, what about people who don't have access to consistent internet, to stable internet, to internet at all? Like, what about somebody who just can't afford to pay for internet on a consistent basis? Or to somebody who can't afford it, period, and they have to go to, like, a library, let's say, to use the internet. Like, why are you locking something that is... You're basically making the game required to go online. Why? You're not making any money off the internet. So what's the point of locking it to going online only? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Or if it's just one and you lose it, yeah. Like, oh, hold on, Psychic. Yeah, hold on, I want Psychic. So that's always, it's even though I myself am not a shiny hunter, I've done, you know, I've dabbled in shiny hunting before when I did like a shiny race with a couple people. We had fun with like myself and Spiteri. We had done like an Easter shiny hunt for Baneri. We had done a Halloween shiny one with Pumpkin. And we had a good time doing it. Like, it was a lot of fun. Was not taken seriously, but it was just a lot of fun to do. I busted my ass completing the decks though, just so I could freaking get the shiny charm. But how I felt having been locked out of evolutions because I couldn't evolve them because I didn't have anybody to trade with is the same, or maybe not the exact same, but it's a similar feeling I have to imagine to a person who is trying to shiny hunt and all they want to do is, you know, maybe they're doing a shiny dex and they have to get one of everything. Like, when you lock it behind an event, what's the point? I don't understand the point of it. Like, all it feels like they're doing, to me, is promoting people making, like, hacked mods, right? Where you go and you create them and then you save them and then you put them online for people to trade for. And so, like, it's authentic in the sense that it's not technically an illegal Pokemon in that its name is correct, its levels are correct, its move pools are correct, things like that. Everything about it is correct. But the fact that it was created through like a save file edit is what makes it like an illegal Pokemon. And it's like that, I feel like, just promotes it because it's like you're not giving people an option of how to get them. Why are you making something so not necessarily rare, but why are you making something so rare that doesn't have to be, that doesn't make sense to me? Like, at least the start, yeah, at least you can breed starters. That's so much facts right there. At least you can breed starters. You can't breed legendaries. So why make it that, you know, oh, the only way that you can get this legendary is, you know, as a shiny one, was you had to get it at this time when this event had rolled out, and, you know, A, B, C, and D, all these different things. Like, so a really good example is a friend of mine, Guide Sorcery. He never had Mew. He's never had Mew. And this was like when I don't know if this was like right back in 2020 or 21, I can't remember exactly when, but he had never had Pokemon. I'm older than him. I'm 41. So I had been collecting, you know, legendaries whenever they would do it, like, go to GameStop and bring your system and log in and, you know, download the Pokemon and blah, blah, blah. Which again, just make them available in freaking GameStop. Stop making me go somewhere and then have the freaking employees lie to me that they don't have any cards left. Oh, but you have to buy this. Oh, but it's no purchase necessary. Like, even the employees at GameStop would lock you out of getting the code card for legendaries if you didn't buy something, even though it specifically says no purchase necessary. I'm like, I don't have to buy anything. It says right here, you can't make me buy something. And so after that, they would just tell you, oh, we don't have any, which is like a lie. So anyway, that's, again, why? Why are we locking them behind things? It seems pointless. It's trying to make something rare that doesn't need to be. Like, and the other thing that I don't get about it is, like, if they're trying to do this for something like, oh, but we don't want, I had a sneeze and I lost it. Like, we don't want, you know, I don't know. I can't even think of a reason. Like, people who do the VGC. You know, we want to make it so that, you know, people who do the VGC or something like that, or whatever excuse you can come with, I'm like, do you realize that the vast majority of people do not do VGC? I would say the majority of Pokemon players do not do VGC. I would say the majority just play the games as, you know, for fun. Or they play them as like challenges and things like that. They don't get into the VGC scene. And then in Smogon, that's like a battle simulator. And they can pick whatever Pokemon they want anyways. They don't have to even have the games to use it. You can just make them. Oh my god, that's so hilarious. I did catch him as a Diglett, and I'm like, Adam, he's small, he's a baby, we'll call him Adam. That is such a good idea. That is such a good idea. Wait a second, I never thought about that. I never thought about upgrading Homeboy. Never thought to upgrade the dude. We don't need this one because we've already caught an Oddish. I'm just seeing if there's like a Pokemon. Venonat is something we have not yet actually caught, so we can attempt to catch this. We'll see if we can. But that is such a good idea. I had actually... So there was only one time that kind of idea had ever come to me. And hello, by the way. Hello. Let me know what you would like me to call you. Because I don't quite know how to say that. That's right. Yeah. We're actually gonna swap. But I don't even think you have any Pokemon. We're gonna swap into Uranus. And then I think what I will do is it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, I might actually go ahead and disable you disabled the one thing I wanted to use. Because I just kind of need to sit here and get healed. So we could try and catch this boy. Just until it gets down into yellow. So, a while ago, I had thought of a name for... So there was a game, it was an older game, called Dig Dug. And there is a game called... Or there's a cartoon called Ed, Edd, and Eddy. So, what I had thought of was like, oh, you catch one Diglett, you name him Dig. And then if you catch the others, you call him... Dig, Dug, and Duglet, or something like that, to match like the Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Or you name them Ed as one Diglett, and then when you catch the others, it's like Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I had thought about that like a long time ago. And that's the only time I had ever thought about the idea of changing a Pokemon's name to something else after the fact. And you've just reminded me, because that is actually pretty hilarious. That is actually pretty hilarious. So this was route... We didn't catch anything here yet. This is the first time we catch anything. This was... This one. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I forgot which route this was. This is 15. Okay, yeah, we're at 15. So we need a name for Venonat that is a space... themed name. Anything space themed, meaning it can be a character from a space themed show or movie. It can be a location like a planet. Anything space themed. I will be thinking as well. I tend to start running out once we get too far in. We've had Kepler. We've actually had Kepler, and that is our Krabby. We've had Kepler. Oh, you know what we haven't had? I just thought of it, Sputnik. We can do Sputnik because I've not done Sputnik yet. Rover. Rover's a good one. We'll do Rover. Okay, yeah, we'll do Rover. That sounds good. I'm thinking I might actually want this dude on the team. Like, I think if I... But he's poison and bug, and I don't necessarily... But he does use Psychic, but I don't necessarily need him to use Psychic. Okay, we'll name him Rover. So this was Route 15. And this was, Venonat. All right, there we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to save here really quick. I'm gonna take a restroom break. I'm gonna get this hopefully fixed at the bottom while I am gone as well. And oh wow, I just tried to pick anything out there. No, that was great because I'm like, somebody had actually picked Kepler last time I streamed, I think, and it was just like, I have such a hard time after a while that I just start Googling like constellations. I'm like, give me anything space thing. My brain is absolutely farting right now, and I can't think of anything. We haven't even gone through all of our own planets, much less anything else. So I don't even know why I couldn't go. I haven't even remembered to go up for our own planets. But let me get this set up with words on stream for you guys, so you have something to do while I am taking a break. Let me get this set up. Alright, so here is words on stream for you guys. And have fun while I take a quick break. legit hard. I swear that wasn't. So the only word that I don't know. Okay, so can't. The only thing is, I don't think cannot go through because I don't think it takes. What do you call it? Words, whatever they're called. I don't think it takes those because they have like an apostrophe, and this doesn't have that. So those are the only one that I think that it can't take. And then after that, I'd have to look to see which ones it had. Because I wasn't keeping track of what was being typed compared to what it was or wasn't taking. The only thing I can think of is that it's using a specific dictionary that's the only thing I can think of is that it uses a specific dictionary. Can't did, I said. Oh, can't went through, really? Oh, so can't is also a word on it. Oh, really? Wait, can't is? Oh, I legit thought it was in the it doesn't and shouldn't category. Can't. Like, what else is a can't? Like, I've never heard of can't on its own without it being cannot. I did not know that. Well, I just learned something new today. The only thing I can think of is when you're typing words, like, so when you type a word within that first, like, that first block right there, if you type a word, you can't type a second one until it unlocks again. And then it counts down, and then once it unlocks, then you can type a word. That's the only thing I know that I've done where it's done that to me. I don't honestly know then, because that's the only thing I can come up with just off the top of my head without knowing more, like, outside of that and just internet. Raiders, welcome! Ace of Bane, hello! Welcome! 2 score, how are you? Hasha, I'm gonna say it wrong. Hasha Shan, there we go. I had to stop and read. I had to put on my big girl words. Hasha Shan, hello. 2 Scar Gaming, hello. Bade, hello. Welcome on in, guys. I know you are doing a fan game of Pokemon Crystal. But I can't remember whose it was. I think it was something that started with like an L or something like that. But if you want to tell them about it, feel free to do so. But basically it is a fan-made version of Pokemon Crystal. But I don't know all of the details of it. For those of you who just joined in, hello. I am just Lucas. That's why I thought it had an L. Lucas, that's why. And Trainer Squidgy. Yes, please do go check out Ace of Bane. Does a lot of Pokemon content, but also does like Legend of Zelda. Is really into doing like music reactions. So he has like a YouTube channel, and part of that channel is doing reactions to music alongside other individuals. So please do go check out Ace of Bane. It should be Ace of Bane on YouTube as well as Twitch. But very good, very chill, calm, relaxing stream. Has also done ones where he has to complete the decks of an entire game. So he's doing sort of like a generational decks where he's all of Generation 1, all of Generation 2. Has, if I'm not mistaken, completed all of Emerald's decks and should now be moving on to probably, I would assume, Platinum. But to those who are new here, hello, I am Imakuni. We are doing a Pokemon Gotta Locke'm All challenge wherein I am going to be Nuzlocking every single Pokemon game from Red and Gold and Black and White all the way up through Scarlet and Violet. So that is 36 games as of now. Someone shoot me in the foot if they come out with Black and White remakes. Or even Gen 2 remakes, so I don't know how it's all gonna happen. That's so many games. Anyway, I may not be able to have a team of 6. 1 through 4 are done. Okay, was it 4 I popped in then maybe? I think maybe it was Gen 3 I had popped in that one time. So then you'll be going on to Gen 5. Which game are you going to do it in? Because there's like Black and White and Black and White 2. So I'm very curious as to which one you're going to actually do the decks in, since that's 4 different games to choose from. And they didn't just be like, here's gray. Here's a whole new 2 games instead of just gray. But we've already done Pokemon Blue. We are in Pokemon Red. We're about halfway through the game, and we are doing space-themed names. And we've just caught ourselves a Venonat on Route 15, and we are now heading backwards so I can go take care of Silph Co. And I really would like to get a Staria. And so far, I've not gotten it yet, so we're working towards Staria. I kind of want to try and get the Marsh Badge. Marsh Badge, do I have that right? I think it's the Marsh Badge, that's Koga. I get them confused. Koga's badge, basically, so that I can surf and now get into the waters where I can get, hopefully. Not decided yet. Probably have the actual decks on Black White 2, but we'll have to play through one of the Black and Whites first. That's true, so that you can actually have those Pokemon. Yeah, that's... Oh. How have you been doing the exclusives then? Like, have people been able to trade the exclusives to you? And then you, just evolve them up to get the different forms, and the same thing with, like, the starters? Like, how have you been doing that? Because I've never caught the beginning. I've caught, like, individual pieces, like, here and there. You have all the games, so you're having to do it all. That sounds painful. I do not envy you. I do not envy you that. But that sounds very rewarding at the end, honestly. That sounds very rewarding. To have that big of a dex. Like, just every single Pokemon, every single game. I know I've popped into your YouTube channel and there was, like, the short version of it, where you, like, collected it all into, like, one 45 hour-ish long video. Oh, perfect. You just leered at me, okay. We're all just missing today, aren't we? We're all just missing. Oh, so you're also having to play them on. So do you have multiple systems, or are you using one of the, they have like those little system thingies that you can put them in, plug them into, like I can't think of what it's called, like a port type of deal that you can plug into the computer to play. I can't think of what it's called. I know people have told me about them, and I know they also have like the HDMI versions of the, like little, like someone's done, like a third-party company basically has done like a. Oh, why? Thank you. Thank you so very much. You have a capture card in the 3DS, and I just trade from another 3DS. Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I've looked into getting that done, and it's, I think last time I looked, total to have the card installed and the programming done. I think it was like around 200 or so. I think. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but this was, I think I looked at this last time. When it goes in and out of having the capture cards. And thank you so much for the hydrate. I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. I do so appreciate you. Alrighty. So we'll take a quick look at the team here. It was a little more pricey for me because I sent it to Europe. Oh, okay. So isn't that the only location, or is there one here in the US then? Maybe I'm thinking. Okay, I think I missed it. Isn't there one in like New? Or am I just thinking that that's where stores are on? I could be getting things confused. Don't ask me why. Our current team, if anybody is curious, I did not want to dig, which is fine. Our current team consists of Adam, who we may go and change to Molecule now because that was such a fantastic idea. There are a couple in the US. I found one through Reddit. Ah, okay. So I know of just the website. That website is the only one where you can also purchase it, have them send it to you, and then you install it yourself, which I'm just like, because that requires like a soldering gun and me cutting, and I don't think I should do that. So we currently have Adam, the Doug Trio with Slash, Growl, Dig, and Sand Attack. We have Supernova, the Gyarados, who will not be staying on the team because I would much prefer using him later on, especially since he's a Pokemon that you can get kind of early and everywhere. I feel like I need to save that for when I might need that. But he currently has Dragon Rage, Leer, Bite, and Surf. I'm trying, my hope is to trade him and Wharf out for a Staryu. And therefore, you know, Staryu, Starmie. We have Sphere the Dodrio with Drill Peck, Fly, Growl, and Fury Attack. I'm not happy with 2 flying types on it, but I'm not really doing any TMs yet until I get a little bit closer into my guaranteed team. So I'm not wasting them. Oh, crap. Sorry. Need to do some work. Nah. You're cool. You're cool. Thank you again for the raid. I do appreciate it. We have Wharf the Hypno with Psychic, Thunderwave, Headbutt, and Teleport. I'm actually pretty happy with this setup. We have Comet the Ivysaur with Poison Powder, Cut, Leech Seed, and Vine Whip. I actually like everything but Cut because we used to have something else on Leer. I can't remember. Or Growl. Something like that. It was my in-between move while they were being seeded and I was catching. He's kind of my catching. And then we have Uranus the Snorlax, who probably won't be staying on the team either because I feel like I need to use him again later in another game, but has Headbutt, Amnesia, Rest, and Strength, which I get, you know, Strength and Headbutt are not necessarily needed, but it is what he has right now. But we're going to be running back to Saffron City. I think I should be able to fly somewhere. I should be able to fly somewhere down there. Oh, actually, no. We're going to go back to Lavender Town because somebody has suggested renaming him to... Welcome on in, Toast. How are you doing today? I hope you had a lovely weekend. I hope you're having a lovely Monday, noonday, or Tuesday if it's that late for you. I have no idea. Is it 1 o'clock yet? That's 2 o'clock. Maybe not. Okay, so we are actually going to go... somebody had recommended, because I had caught Adam as a Diglett, to rename him Molecule now that he is a Doug Trio. And I think that's a fabulous idea. And I think we're going to roll with that. And what's really cute about this, and here's another reason why I actually really love this. I would like you to see the first 4 letters of Molecule. Assuming I'm spelling this right. It's 8:30. Okay, you got 8:30. Okay. So you're only a few hours ahead. All right, cool. You are... Okay, yeah. Okay. Got you. Yeah, you're 6 hours. So what's really cute about the name Molecule is also the fact that it has the word mole in it. And, you know, Diglett and Doug Trio are literally the mole Pokemon. Yes, how do you want me to say? Is it Storkenbine, or should I just say Stork or Bine? Please let me know, because I'm like, Storkenbine? I have no accent whatsoever, so. But yes, this was their idea, and this is probably like the best name ever. It's perfect, because it just has everything. Stork is fine. Cool, Stork it is. Stork is the one who came up with that idea, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna use that. And I think it was a fabulous idea. So good on you, because it's not until I'm sitting here typing, I'm like, oh my god, Molecule literally has the word mole. Like, who would have thought? Not me. Okay, can I fly there? I don't know if I can. We cannot. Okay, so I do need to run there. So we're gonna run over to Saffron City, take on the... We drank it. God dang it. Ocarina of Time. Do you know about the SPI Arcinian? The Ocarina of Time project. No. The only project that I know of is somebody remaking the game in Unreal Engine. And they had done Castletown, I think. But that is the only one I know of. Not assuming, there's always possibility that that's the same thing and I didn't know actually. But that is the one that I know of. We're gonna go back to Silph so I can buy it. I accidentally drank the water I was supposed to. It's Ocarina of Time remake for PC. Okay, so is it with the Unreal Engine then? I'll have to look it up. Do you have a specific link for it that's like the best link? I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. Do you have a link that you can drop here that I can take a look at it with? So back, hello, Claire, how are you? Back, sweet scenting horde honey. Well, I'm now back, sweet scent horde hunting for my shiny axe like I did before I even started using sweet scent because I want a shiny axe, right? It's named Ghidorah. It's in the Discord server and it's 60 FP. Oh my goodness. I love it when people do that kind of stuff. It's just cool. It's honestly just cool. It's just honestly. What would you put it in Doors message. Okay, I may have to refresh my thing. Go back in. I want to make sure it came through. Sometimes I have to refresh mine. What link did you put it under? Oh, it's a Discord server. Oh, it's a Discord server itself. Oh my god. Okay, I promise I can read it. It doesn't look that way. I know. It doesn't look that way, but I can. Alright, so we're gonna pop in here. We're gonna go to the 5th floor. There's a very important to go to the 5th floor. I just gotta make sure I Okay, so I think I'd be okay with Uranus on top. Because, well, the thing is, these three, I think these three might be going on. Maybe not Molecule, I'm not 100% sure. But Sphere will definitely be going on. Molecule is such an early ground type. That we kind of need for Lieutenant Surge. Yeah, ouch. Okay, we're just gonna get through here and then I will decide my end game team. So, who should we put up front? We do need to get to about level 40. Let's say 40, then we can start going through Lieutenant, Koga's gym, and then kind of see where we're at. Now, Koga's gym is famous for being a poison type gym with a lot of psychics. Mostly psychics, pretty much all psychics. All psychics except for really annoying, honestly. So let's let Homeboy here get some fun. So we're gonna get this. And then we can go ahead and get the Mando! Welcome on in! How are you doing today? How are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely, lovely Monday, and I hope you had a lovely weekend. How has work been treating you? Good? Good. Alright, so this is why I wanted to get to the 5th floor. So now I go. Y'all. I go down to the 1st floor. Nope, actually I need to go to the 2nd. Second. Oh, when you can VC, gotcha. So you can. I think you personally are doing fantastic. I think you're too hard on yourself personally. I think you're just Alright, so we are gonna try and get. I also kind of want this bad boy up there. Because he, yeah. I needed to get to 9 too, actually. I needed to get to. Okay, so here's a goal with that. Oh, that's good. Oh, God, no. Just ignore it, Uranus! No. It's alright, buddy. It's alright. I know you tried. That's right. We don't care. Just cooking dinner and 20 minutes. I have esport commentary. So when you do that, are you guys like, is it like an official league, or is it just one that you guys do like with a small group? I think that's cool. It's an official league. That's actually cool. So. See if I can get this. Okay, there we go. So I've actually just pulled up the ship of Harkinian. I just pulled that up, so this way I can actually pull it up after stream and actually get a really good look at it. That sounds really interesting, honestly. I'm always impressed when people can make a full-on custom game like that. It has over 80 drivers. 300. Wait, I had to say. No, it's okay. It's okay that you have dyslexia. Honestly, like usually, like once I, when I read stuff, I can usually pick out exactly what the person is saying, because I know there's like dyslexia and there's just bad, some people are just bad at typing like that. So you're totally fine. I think you do fantastic, by the way. So if anybody tells you otherwise, they're just being great. Over 300 people with 80 drivers. So how does that work? How do you have 80 people but 300 drivers? Or 300 people with 80 drivers. I said it wrong.
Who's that Pokemon?
We knew you had Magmites. I am one and the same. When you said I am the same. We're all the same. We got one. Oh, there is a Impidimp in chat if anybody would like to catch one. Nice. I think we might be able to outspeed a lot of the cadabras and stuff that they have there, because I don't think anybody in his gym has. I think most of them are cadabras, right? I'm looking at this. There's one cadabra. Okay, so there's one cadabra, a lot of hypnos and drowses. Okay, so that's the problem. Yeah, that is like having to do commentary for that many. I just don't understand it. Like, my thing is I don't understand how like racing esports stuff works. So when it's like over 300 people but 80 drivers, I don't understand that part. We're gonna let no kids allowed, y'all. I'm just leaving the sprites alone because it wants to be. So we're like, okay. Well, that is not what I expected. It's okay. Psychic should yeah. I think the only Alakazams are Sabrina. You are correct. You are correct. I just looked through the list of Koga's junior trainers, and I'm like, I couldn't remember honestly if there was an Alakazam in there or not. And you are correct. She is the only gym leader with the Alakazam. I don't even think her junior trainers have Alakazam. At most, I think they'll have like Kadabra. Let's go this way. So this is why I get the key card, because I can just start going everywhere. You get the key card right up on the 5th floor, and it's just so much easier. Life is so much easier. There are 4 divisions. Ah, it's a division thing. Okay. So what are the other? So if 80 people are doing the driving, right? And this is where I have to ask you just to forgive me. I remember sweating profusely at Sabrina's Alakazam when he did my Only Nuzlocke. She's one of those, yeah. I've gone through her several times, and while I do still get concerned about her, I tend to try and think about who can outlast basically a highly physical Pokemon, who can outlast a single psychic attack. Because if they can outlast a single psychic attack, Alakazam is so very fragile that I'm like, if you could just outlast one attack, I'm pretty positive that we'll be okay. I actually want to go up to the 9th floor because I forgot to do this. That was the 2nd floor, I just gotta remember. So Division 1 is on Monday. Division 1 is Monday, 2 is Tuesday, 3 is Wednesday, and 4 is Thursday. Do you guys have like a prize that people do get for winning? I was about to say the Nuzlocke. For winning the competition, I guess. And this is why I wanted 9. So really, there's only 2 floors you guys actually kind of need to get through on here in case you're curious and don't want to do this whole thing. I'm doing it for trainers. 5 and 9, because 5 gets you to the key card, and 9 is the floor that makes you go around to the fast way. So just a heads up in case you guys are wondering. In case you're wondering, not at the moment we're working on it. Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool. I just love the fact that there's that many people. And honest, big respect to not just you guys, but also them for going and doing the race for the sake of doing the race and not for getting something out of it. Like outside of standing, you know? And I say that because like, if they wanted to, they could be like, well, I'm not going to do this if I'm not getting a prize out of it. But for them to be just like, nah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. Let's go. I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool on people. So we're definitely faster than Hypno. Well, whatever Hypno that was. And then I just re-heal. I like to heal a lot. In a Nuzlocke because I don't want to die. Okay, so we were on the the 2nd floor. So now we need to go clean out the 3rd floor. And again, I'm mostly doing this until we are. I need to make sure that everybody's still up there. I don't need somebody going in, like, because we're gonna still need somebody for Sabrina. So let me not screw myself. Let's not screw the pooch, right? That's a saying. So your phone saying. Okay. I always get afraid of Hyper Fangs. They scare me. Come on. Okay. So that is yours, and let's go Super. I think Super. Let's see how much Dragon Rage. I know it doesn't even flow, so that's a little bit. That was a crit. No! God dang it! Everybody's becoming confused. Come on out. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have to go headbutt because obviously it was psychic. Okay, so we're not gonna have it. We're gonna psychic you. That was a crit. Okay, so that wasn't bad. Critical hits, man. They scare me. They definitely scare me. So we are on the 3rd floor. I do this a lot where I just keep running back to the 9th floor, so I do apologize if that's annoying. But I do not want to leave here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure I have like a good team also for Sabrina. Because once I get to the point where I've kind of got all the Pokemon sort of handled, I can't sleep. I'm gonna have to try and figure out like an end. I really will be. It's gonna suck, but it is what it is. Okay. We're gonna let Homeboy here. Is Headbutt or Strength more stronger? Okay, that just does 20. Okay, so you went for a light screen, which is fine. Light screen is fine. We're not doing light screen. Okay, so if you whoa! That was a lot! That was a lot of damage! Good gracious. And we're poisoned here. I was gonna say, I really hope I remember to keep antidotes on him, because that would have been embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing to them. Ooh, we're here, and then here. Get all that nasty off, dude. Get all the nasty off. We do get Lapras here, but I don't know if I want to grab. I mean, if we're gonna get the Lapras, but I don't know if this is the run for her. Because we can also get her in gold, silver, and crystal. And she could be very useful there, but yeah. You're a little bit late, buddy. You're a little bit late to the party. So let's go straight. Nice. Okay, perfect. We're just gonna keep going strength. Headbutt can get the flinch. So let's go headbutt on you just. And there's the flinch. Okay. I honestly wasn't 100% sure that strength would have taken him out. I genuinely have no idea. Genuinely do not know. And so it felt a little bit safer to err on the side of caution and try to get the flinch. I'm not sure if that was erring on the side of caution. And that actually doesn't sound like erring on the side of caution. Matchup. Okay, this is not great. Actually, this is fine. This is fine. Because you're flying tight. Let's go bite and see how well that does. Okay. But that was a crit. But we'll use the other bite. Oh, a crit again. Okay, fair enough. Fair freaking enough. Okay, so we're gonna go surf. Okay, so you're done. Okay, so I don't think. So you're gonna either have electric or poison. It's electric or poison. I think we can take it on. Okay, so he has one. even take an explosion? I don't want to get him out because of that screech. Resting won't get rid of it. Well, I unfortunately do not have Ghastly on the team. Oh, he went for light screen. Thank God. Princess! Hello! Well, come on in, my dear. How are you doing today? Nah, you're fine. There we go. Just need to buckle down. ASL. What did you by doing nothing? So for those, I have a question of the day, and today is, who do you think would win versus Mario? I have always said, personally, Luigi as well. For the simple fact that I feel Luigi has so much pent-up rage against Mario, right? That he would probably win. By virtue of being sidelined so long that he's just angry. I think Luigi is the angry brother. He has a lot of pent-up issues, can't blame the guy. Can't blame him. We're gonna go to the third floor because I can't remember if that was the third floor. Okay, so this was the third floor. This was the fourth. Okay, so we actually cleared out the floor. So now we're yeah, we'll leave Big Boy up on top. Fair enough. Let's see if we can get the... What's really interesting is, and maybe this is a early gen thing, and I don't necessarily want to say gen 1, because I don't know if it's a gen 1 thing. But I noticed that, so when you use disable in newer games, and I guess I have to look up when this happened, there's an unknown A in chat. In newer games, well, that was unexpected. Okay. In newer games, disable will disable the last move your opponent used. And it seems to fail if they don't use a move. Obviously, that's not here in Gen 1. I'm just curious when that changed, if anybody knows. So Luigi has gotten his own games just on account of having a famous brother. So that dude should know his place. Oh! Holy crap! Oh my god, you sound like you are about to throw down with Luigi. You sound like you are about to throw it down yourself with Luigi. My goodness. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. Luigi does have Luigi's Mansion. He's in the Mario and Luigi Superstar games. A choosable character in several other games, but yeah. I always imagine that because Luigi has always been the sort of sideline brother, in the sense that you choose Mario, and then player 2 is Luigi. But in Mario 2, which was not really Mario 2, it was based on a different game entirely, Luigi was a choosable character right from the get-go. And then you could choose him as a playable character in any of the Mario Kart games. We already fought that guy. Anybody else down here? No. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time he has to, you said, get into his place. I never thought of it that way. That is so harsh. You're like, get in your lane. Get in your lane. Dang, I never thought of it that way. I just worry about if he has like low kick it could do some serious damage because Snorlax is so heavy. And I just don't think he has it in him. You know the thing I don't get in this game? Gyarados doesn't learn a single flying. Like, it's so weird. Like, he's part flying, but can't learn a flying move. Like, any. And I find that to be so bizarre. It's such a weird Gen 1 thing. And I would love it if somebody knew if that was a mistake of the coding and he should have learned some sort of flying move. Not necessarily fly, because he does not know fly in basically any game. We're gonna try it again. I was gonna say, snap out of it, bro. Here we go. You think Mansion would exist if Mario hadn't introduced his brother first? I just feel so bad for him. He's like, I don't know, he feels so secondary. He feels so secondary and forgotten about. Like, you're not wrong, because he, you know, without Mario, people wouldn't have played the Mario Brother games. I just feel bad for Luigi. I think he's got a lot of pent-up anger and rage. And that if anybody, if anybody was going to kind of go AWOL on somebody, it would probably be Luigi. Okay, so hopefully he's going to use a... That hurts us because we don't have a lot of health. We are a very fragile player. This is fine. But I think somebody like, if anybody watches Game Theory, they have like 4 channels now. A while ago, I don't know how many years ago, but they tried to figure out, is when Matt had the show, or at least the voicing of it. I don't know if he did like all the writing. Anyways, there is an episode where it goes into just how much money Luigi has. Which comes out to a lot, basically. It comes out to a lot. I don't know what floor this is, but we're gonna go up to the 9th and have to figure it out. I think we almost might be around 7 or so. Might be around 7. We're gonna get healed up here. What a weird... So what I'm doing right now is I am going through all of Silph Co, because Koga and Sabrina's gyms are both right around level 43. So I want to try and get my guys to 40 before going and taking on Koga's gym. And then kind of coming back here and doing maybe a little more, because you have to finish this before we take on Sabrina. So I'm trying to get them up to 40. Because Sabrina's also ace is a 43, so it's kind of a mess where you gotta, if you're trying to not over level the gym leader's ace Pokemon, you gotta do a lot of roundabout stuff. And one of those roundabout things is getting your Pokemon leveled up, but not over leveling level 43 since they both have. So what I was doing here is in the game on the 9th floor is where you can go and heal. So what I do when I do Silph Co is I go immediately to the 5th floor, fight one trainer, and get the key card. So it unlocks all of those little side doors. Then I go back to, I forgot to do it this time, but I go to the 9th floor to clear up, to get to the healing room. And then I start at round floor 2 and just kind of go through and clear out the whole entire area. I do have Ivysaur. Unfortunately, I am not going to be retiring Venusaur in this game because I need Venusaur to start as a Bulbasaur in Leaf Green when I get to those games. So, yeah. I kind of am avoiding. They're going to get replaced eventually, I hate to say it, but I do need to keep them for a later version of these games. I always love these Chars that are. That's my boy. Avoid the sting. Avoid the sting. But right now, I'm just trying to get to level 40. And then we'll go take on Koga's gym. And then we have to beat Giovanni before we can take on Sabrina's gym. It's a whole thing. A whole absolute thing. So Body Slam has a chance to paralyze, and I think we're going to go with that over Headbutt. Headbutt can flinch, but the other can paralyze, so I like that. He liked that a lot. So it'll just... But you are, yeah, I don't know what you have. You might have electric. Let's heal you up. He has electric types, I just don't want to fly her out. No, yep, that's what I was afraid of. That is what I was afraid of. So let's go for Body Slam. Oh, that is absolutely. Okay, so, alright, that's not the worst. Because at least we can heal off of these. We have 6 left. Tough to keep. There, there. You. Here. So the way I do it is so like Imakuni, and it's 2003 because so I used to have a cat. She was a gray tabby, and I found her at a Waffle House back in 2003. And well played, well played. It was good. I have to admit, it was good. I am married, though. I am married. I appreciate that. But in all honesty, yeah, I named myself after my cat that had passed away. 2 years ago now? Yeah, I think about 2 years ago now. So yeah. I kind of am blushing, I think. But thank you. I never know what to say. Someone says something like that, I never know what to say. So I just sort of laugh and just be like, I don't even know what to say. What was I talking about then? I don't remember what I was talking that is level 9. And we did this. So this is the 8th floor. This is the 8th floor, right? Okay, so now we're on the 8th floor, so we need to take care of this one. And then we can clean up the 9th floor. It looks like we might be making it all the way through to Giovanni. We might have to do all of Giovanni here. No! God, that's so annoying. I'm gonna give you one more chance. Oh, you're no. Give him kind of like one more chance. Kind of get out of it. That sucks. We're at, I think, 2 screeches. Which is not great. I feel like I'm really towing the line with what I'm saying. I was lurking an ace of bait. Guess he did an ace raid. Yes! Welcome! Welcome, Gardrek. Welcome on in. I am Imakooning, and yes, Fade did in fact do a raid. I am playing Pokemon Red, and I am currently doing a Gotta Lock 'em All challenge, where I am nuzlocking every single Pokemon game. Red, blue, yellow, gold, silver crystal, etc. Straight on through until Scarlet and Violet, which is 36 games total right now. And whenever I send Pokemon to the Hall of Fame, they get retired. If you would like to see the full rule set, you can see it there. And we are only on game 2. Got a long way to go. You get bonus points for saying my name right. First try. I get a revive! No. I try. When I see people's names, I do try to say them correctly. I know it can be annoying to have, a name and be like, that's the side. I know a lot of people, when they see my name for the first time, they say Imakuni, because a lot of people are used to seeing like I-M-A on its own as Ima, like, I'm gonna go do this. And I'm like, it's Ima, like with an E, but it's okay, because it's based on a Japanese spelling, so. Never knew the RDR cluster would be similar. Play Majora's Mask. I have, years ago, I tried playing Majora's Mask, but I never finished it because it never really jived with me. So, while yes, I've played it, I did not get far at all, like, not even a little far. Because for some reason, I genuinely don't know why, there was just something about the game that I just didn't jive with it. Snap out. Okay, there we go. And it's one of those things where it's like, I feel I may have to give it another go to see if maybe later on, we're gonna have to swap out here. Maybe after some years of not having played it, give it a try and see if maybe, it was just me as I was at that time. But no, I've played the beginning of it. And I had played it on my 3DS when they re-released it for the 3DS. But I just never got... I don't know what it was. I really enjoyed Ocarina of Time. Really enjoyed that one. And Majora's Mask is basically a sequel to the child path of Ocarina. So, I don't know. I never really enjoyed Nuzlocke for myself. To be fair, I tried one once. My Pidgey died while I was grinding. And oh god, that is sort of the stab in the heart when you are grinding and you lose somebody. Because the biggest thing about grinding is sort of like you black out, right? You just are going through the motions. And because you're just going through the motions, trying to get the grind done, I've had it where I don't pay as much attention, so I'm just like talking as I'm spamming A basically, because I'm just trying to get through it. And I myself have lost Pokemon from doing that. And it is frustrating. Because I'm like, oh my god, I just did all that work. However, I do something now that is pretty popular amongst those who enjoy Nuzlocking. Did you get it? I was just grinding for the first big battle. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, I've done that. Oh man. Not on a live Nuzlocke have I done it, but I'll sometimes Nuzlocke on my cell phone if I'm like waiting in line and it's so hard because I'm just like, oh my god, and so I'm not paying attention, and I've gotten oh my god, I got all the way to Brock, right? And I'm like, oh, we're just gonna wipe him out with this world. The kid before Brock as Sandshrew and Diglett, starts with Diglett, both higher chances of critting because of speed in the red, blue, yellow. And pretty much wiped out my entire team because I didn't bother really level grinding anybody up. And I was like, oh my god. So, Stork, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So Guard, I just want you to know you are not the only one. The struggle is real when grinding. I will say something that I do that is pretty consistent now along the board of those who Nuzlocke is editing the save file for a crap ton of rare candies. And prior to gyms, like major battles, like gym leaders, the Giovanni battles, things like that, using rare candies to quickly up the level of your Pokemon. So you don't have to sit there and level grind for hours. The catch is, when you use rare candies, you lose out on all of the hidden values for like the EVs and stuff that you get for, you know, actually battling. You don't just get the level and then the bump in your stats for just doing the usual thing. So you lose out on the actual goodness of, you know, battling. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword doing it that way. So there are a lot of times I'm like, man, let's just do the old thing. You have a dono. Okay, so do I have Doduo? Do I have a Doggo? That one I'm not getting, and I do apologize. I have so many word options that could be. Much more my speed in terms of challenges is when I beat Red and Blue at the same time with one controller. That was fun. Oh, you like speed running then? Is that something that, like, a donation button? I don't, because I don't tend to feel that people should in any way feel obligated to donate, I guess. So no, I've never, I mean, I used to have one set up, like, a long time ago, but then I just kind of removed it, and I'm like, well, if people want to support the channel in any way, they are welcome to subscribe or use cheers. So yeah, I've not really set since I had taken it down, quite a bit ago. Gardrek, thank you for the follow. I do sincerely appreciate that. I will say, one of the things I will let people know, just so you have like a clear-cut understanding, I do this as a hobby. This is not in any way, shape, or form, a form of income for me. So anything that people, when you guys subscribe or do bits or anything like that, any of that money actually goes to like prize for doing the Monopoly board. So like right now it is Pokemon TCG cards. Yes, so give me a sec. I have them right here. So like when people subscribe and stuff, I have Pokemon TCG cards. What I do is any of the subscription money and stuff like that, I'll go buy cards. So when anybody lands on the super secret space on the Monopoly board, they can choose between a pack of Pokemon TCG or a gift sub to the channel and what have you. So I try to think of prizes to do with it, which is another reason why I kind of don't have a donation button, because I don't want people to feel like I need the money, because this is purely a hobby for me. So that's, I just wanted like full clear, just to let you know, it's, that just is what it is. So a lot of people enjoy following. Do you have a P.O. box? I don't, because we've never have had anything ever delivered to my house before, so I've never had to give my physical address to people. So whenever I send, like even when I send out the Pokemon cards, it's like Imakuni, and then it's like the city and state that I live in. So we've never, like, you know, my husband was like, well, because we had talked about that quite a while ago, and I'm like, you know, we were both like, well, I don't really think I need one, because I don't think I'm going to be somebody that a lot of people are going to send things to. So, oh gosh, we got to back out. I need to go heal up. I need to get ready. Hold on. I need to actually get ready for this, because this is my rival fight. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably one of the fewer streamers who are only doing this for hobby. So I personally enjoy having just people here to chat with and to hang out with. Whether that is you lurking, because I can usually talk for, I'm not sure how, for 4 hours or more, but I can usually pull it off. I just enjoy people coming in, saying hi, striking up a conversation, answering the question of the day, asking me questions. This is where I get my social for the day. I get about 4 to something hours of social time. So yeah, that's all. We've never, like I said, never have needed a P.O. box, so I don't have one. So if anybody ever wanted to send something to me, I would have to probably ask my husband and be like, well, what can we do if somebody actually wants to send something, I guess. Because I've seen even streamers having like a throne, and I don't even have one of those, because I feel uncomfortable asking guys to send me things when it is not a that is that. If anybody is like, no, I really want to send something, I can certainly get in contact with my husband and be like, look, somebody does in fact want to send me something. What should we do? Because I don't want to give out my physical address. So I'm sure that's something that he and I could, figure out. But it has awesome. I have a Game Boy Color. Do you want it? I used to have a Game Boy Color. Oh my god. But I would rather you give it to somebody who needs it. I personally would not really use it, to be honest. I have like my Switch and things like that. I would prefer it going to maybe a kid who would love a gaming system and their parents can't afford one or something. I would probably prefer that. It is your system, of course. I personally will turn it down because I just don't need it and would feel uncomfortable taking something that I know I'm pretty much not going to like use. I do genuinely appreciate the offer. So thank you. Yes, thank you. I did have a Game Boy Color though. It was the Atomic Purple one. It was in that 90s era where you had the clear plastic stuff, and it was all the rage. And I had an Atomic Purple 3DS, or not 3DS, Game Boy Color. It was my first ever Game Boy, and I loved that thing. I was so excited because my mom and dad came through on it, on a promise that my dad made to me as a child when the Game Boy first came out. So it was that I have that, you know. So yeah. But thank you again for the offer. I do sincerely appreciate it. And if I ever send up a throne, honestly, it's gonna be like snacks. I'll be like, send me some Oreos, guys. So yeah, but thank you again. So give me a second here. Our rival always starts with Pidgeotto, so it should be Pidgeot by now. So I think, obviously we're not going to be bringing up comment. My best bet for Pidgeot, right, is maybe Supernova or Urine. I think Supernova. We used to use Rock Fodder, who was Graveler, but he got boxed because I really want to save him. I really want to try and save him for gold, silver, crystal in them, because if I'm not wrong, Falkner is your first gym, and you can get a Geodude very early on in the game, and that would be really good for that early game. Would be that. I need to find a bag of candy so big that you end up as a goal on throne. You know what I think would, to me, something I think would be cool is, I live in the United States, and we have the chips and candies and stuff like that that you get in the United States. Something I think is cool is, so when I go to, when my husband and I go to different states in general, something I like to do is look up a local chocolate store. And then I enjoy going and buying a couple truffles, some fudge, things like that, just to taste what the local chocolate tastes like. So it's not like Ghirardelli or Godiva. It's some like local brand that you're not buying just in a Publix or something like that. And I always find that interesting, is to try the local flavors of stuff that you don't get. I'm big on chocolate, so to me that's a thing. I also like to do that if I can with the local ice cream, because I love chocolate. I love sweets. I go to the gym so I can eat sweets, by the way. I go to the gym so I can eat sweets.
Who's that Pokemon?
Because, oh my god, I love sweets. It's bad though, oh my god. Like, people always like to say like, oh, if you stop eating sugar for like a month, you'll kind of fall out of really wanting it. That's basically never happened to me. I do quite enjoy my sweets. So I'll make a throne of just sweets. How's that sound? I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not. I don't want anybody to think that I'm actually. So he is psychic and grass. Let's see if we can get the paralysis onto him. Actually, we can guarantee that paralysis with the Earth. And then, oh, you leech seed. That is very unkind. Okay, so let's see, because I know psychic isn't going to be very good. That was only okay, so now we're going to go to sphere, and I think we're going to go and try to fly here. Okay. You can do it. Yeah, there we go. Everybody's paralyzed. Everybody's paralyzed, though. Alright, so now he has the Gyarados, which is always a problem. And I don't have any electric moves right now because I don't want to give anybody Thunderbolt until I get Starry, so that I can give that one. So this is... Orf is already... Comet... He's a 35. That would hurt. So Comet is like 35. At 78. I don't think he's gonna have Surf, but he might have like Bubble Beam, which won't hurt us. He's not gonna have a flying attack. I think we could. Let's go. So he went with Leer. So we're gonna go with Leaf Seed. That was a scary one. So I think we're gonna go Supernova v Supernova. I got bid on my strategy. I got a big strategy. So if mine's 115, yours isn't about that. Alright, so that fort. Okay, so maybe dibs on Staryu. Somebody actually gave me a fantastic name earlier. They gave me, where is it? Cosmo. I don't know who wrote it, but somebody had written Cosmo for the name of Staryu, and I absolutely love that name. I think it works so well. So, what name do you have? Because I feel like Cosmo works out so well for him. But I would love to, oh, it was you! Okay! I wrote it down. I wrote it down because I was like, that's such a great name. I wrote it down. Because I was like, and I made a note to myself that says, save for Staryu. So that as soon as I caught him, I can name him Cosmo. I thought it was such a great name. You're good. You're golden on that. That is Staryu's name. If I can get that thing, that is what we're naming him. And I want to thank you. I think it's such a phenomenal name. All right, we are gonna go. So this is where things are. Give me a second. Just fine. That's fine. We're gonna Thunder Wave. So. Okay, nice. Okay. I don't have a full heal, which would have healed. Wait, give me a sec. There's full heal, and then there's the other thing. Crap, let me look them up. I get them wrong all the time. Which one is which? Yeah, this is the one, right? Yes, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the one, yeah. So this will heal me of both. I get them wrong all the time. This will heal me and... I was wrong. Huh. Oh, crap. I still have the wrong one then. I still have the wrong one. I still have the wrong one. I still have the wrong damn one. There we go. What is it then? There's full heal and full restore, right? That's the one I'm thinking of. Full restore. That's the one I was thinking of. Never mind. No wonder I was confused. We're good. We're good. I got it. I got it. I made a mistake. I wanted to go. I'm trying to think if it has the most confusing names, or it's just... Oh my god, stop critting. That's fine. That's fine. Just have to knock it out. There we go. So, oh man. They use the same words too many times. Like, it'd be less confusing if they were just named after them. Like, no, yeah. So, like, okay, so I get potion. Cool. Then you have super potion, which is better than a potion. Hyper potion, better than a super potion. Max potion, okay. They do this like build up category. Still a little annoying because sometimes you're like, is it super potion or a hyper potion that's better? But usually I'm like, man, hyper is supposed to be like way better, right? So that's gotta be the direction it's in. But what always gets me is like the full heals. Like, here's a full heal. Here is a full heal, full restore. I'm like, why? I'm confused by those because heal and restore kind of the same exact thing. Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay, so we get Lapras. We have to name Lapras. I usually do Nessie, but we are doing a space themed name. We could do Neptune. I have not done Neptune yet. I am partial to Neptune. I'm going to start writing Neptune in case somebody has something else. Mind you, I am probably not going to use Lapras in this run because I feel like I want to save her for a later game. I tend to say later game because Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, Soul Silver use a lot of Generation 1 Pokemon. Neptune fits really well. Okay, cool. They use a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. Oh, Milky Way, that's so cute. Oh my god. I'm just saying, if this were Gen 2 and we had a milk tank, I'm just saying. But that's actually such the sweetest. I might have to actually change it. Because that's super freaking cute. We are in Saffron. Did I not add Saffron City? Why? Why? I forget to add, because I have like a you don't know it, but like what you're not seeing is on my other screen, I actually have a spreadsheet with names and everything, so that this way I remember where I've caught Pokemon, what names Pokemon were given. So this way, if I'm ever like, oh, did I catch anything there? I can go back and check. And then it's also to help me remember which Pokemon are retired and which names are retired. Because any Pokemon that make it into the Hall of Fame, their names get retired as well. So they can't ever be used again. So, I have a spreadsheet. It's that bad. It's that bad. That we spreadsheet this. So, just to let you know, I have a spreadsheet. I don't know if I'm proud of this or not. I have a spreadsheet. Oh, let's go get healed up. So now we do have to finish. I think we'll be able to obviously get through Giovanni today. I do have to apologize about one thing. I do talk a lot. And I know that sometimes a lot of talking kind of interferes with the gameplay in the sense that we may not get into it pretty quick. But I do appreciate you guys putting up with it. And I am going to rename Lapras Milky Way when I have the opportunity to get back to Lavender Town, which will be after, obviously, the Silph Co. I do believe she's like a 25, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember entirely. I think she's like... That's pretty cute. Pretty super cute. Especially since we're not going to have to worry about the Bone Club and stuff. I'm really trying, like, the first time when I tried to do this run, I sort of just like, you know, threw spaghetti on the wall and saw it happen. Not that it's like a bad thing, but I will say, I don't recommend it. Because there is a little, not a lot, but there is a little bit of planning involved because, you want to make sure that in a run like this, where you're having to nuzlocke 36 games and you can't use duplicates, that you don't retire all of your early games. Because that can be bad. That can be very, very bad when you have like no left. I am gonna quickly go to the top because I do believe there is a thing I'm gonna say. Is Apollo taken? Negative. Apollo has not been used. I don't know how many Pokemon left we have to get. Luigi, everybody has picked Luigi, I'm not gonna lie. I can't blame everybody. I too. I was pretty sure Luigi would like it. Yes, because he's just like, I can't do this anymore. Where is... Okay, so this is the 9th floor. Okay, so this is the 10th floor. This is where we are. I will write down Apollo. That is a beautiful name. I actually think that's beautiful. Okay. We will, I'm sure that I will get to like certain name themes will get used in a different fashion. Like I have one of the name themes being like mythical characters. So gods, goddesses, creatures like the Gorgon and whatnot. So even though names as amazing as Apollo may not get used right now as a retiring Pokemon, don't think that we probably won't come around to some of these again because I can. Did she just run? Hold on. Oh my god, she. Oh yeah, she actually, I feel like she just starts running when you go in there. Let's give Super some love here. You're actually coming up with some very good names. I feel so kind of silly because when I'm doing these, I come up sometimes incredibly. But when I'm in somebody else's stream, they're like, I need a name. And I'm like, oh my god, I got the perfect name. There are some names that I love. We have a wild Ferrothorn in chat. One of my favorite naming themes is kind of just like funny, silly things. Blaziken, I always enjoy naming hot wings because it's like a chicken and like chicken wings. And chicken wings are kind of called hot wings. So that's always a fun one. I enjoy doing, so you have Bagon, who is the first form of Salamence, if anybody didn't remember, but I'm sure we all remember here. But I like doing Bagon as Kevin Bagon. So his, like, the actor is Kevin Bacon. And I'm like, oh my god. Because Bagon is baby dragon. It's a mix of baby dragon. I'm like, that amuses me to no end, naming him Kevin Bacon. Another one that I like to do is Meryl. I know eventually it's Admiral, but I do enjoy doing Meryl as Meryl Streep, the actress. I haven't, like, oh, I just came up with another one. I just came up with another one! Oh! I'm sorry, it excites me when I can come up with these kind of silly ones. So you have Whitlet, right? Which eventually becomes Chandelure. John Wick. Name him John Wick. That's so good. That is so good. So good. I got it, John Wick. That's so good. I'm sorry. I'm like complimenting my names here. What's my favorite gen? Well, that's such a hard question. Okay, let me think overall. Because what I'm trying to think of, because you're asking me what gen do I like the best, which means I have to think of story, visuals, actual Pokemon. And that's hard because I like different things from different gens. So Gen 1, Gen 2. Okay. 3. Okay. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Okay. So if I have to take all-encompassing everything and pick a single gen that I think is the best, I'm gonna go with Generation 4. I think Generation 4, the villain team is really cool. I like that they are evil for the sake of being evil. So, like, they're not pussyfooting around here. I think they have a lot of really good Pokemon in Generation 4. I like all the starters. Yeah, I think, yeah. So the starters for me are good. I like, you know, first, middle, and end, I think are all pretty good. I like the look of it. So I know people are going to give flack for this, but I actually do like the remakes of BDSP. I know people don't like the chibi look. It didn't bother me too much, but it kind of brought me back to that top-down view of the older games. So it was nostalgic for me. So I do like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and BDSP. Hate on that as much as you want. I can take it. I like the music. I thought the music was very good. And I really liked that you got lore in the form of you got the lore of how essentially the whole entire Pokemon world essentially was created, because they're essentially equating the hatching of the Arceus egg to the Big Bang. The Big Bang being when Arceus hatched. So they're using the universal egg concept of lore to explain Arceus and how the universe came into being. So they're mixing sort of like mythology with science. So I really think it's very cool that you do have this mythology really being brought in. So I'm gonna say overall, it's probably Generation 4 for all of those reasons. Welcome back, Princess. So you want a D20 and a D12. D20 and D12. That is a... Yes, that is 10. I had to make sure it was a 10 and not a 6. You got 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is not Staryu, even though I myself am looking for a Staryu. Let's see. Your favorite is Ultra Sun, which was your first. See, that is like... excuse me. A lot of people's favorite... Oh, Princess. I would also... Oh, but you have to do the just a quick thing to let you know, Princess. If you're ever able to get in when somebody does trivia, if you guess the trivia correctly, you also gain chat... Or I can't give you Twitch points, but I can give people Streamlabs chat points. And if anybody gets follower 400 or subscriber 200 of those, they can use them as well for dice rolls. I wish for the life of me I could figure out how to give you guys Twitch ones, but they don't let us. Generation 3. So what about Generation 3? Is it the is it because it was your first, which I think is a very valid, because for the very longest time, Generation 1 has always been my favorite because it's so nostalgic to me. But as I think back and have played other games and stuff, It sort of gradually changed over the years. It used to be Gen 2 because you got Gen 1, Gen 2. But then I realized when I started doing Nuzlocke, I'm like, oh my god, I cannot stand how many Gen 1 Pokemon are in the Where are all the generations of Pokemon? Team Magma. Because I play GBA Ruby in every single game. Oh my gosh. Team Magma is your favorite evil team. That is a good question. That is a good question. Who are people's favorite evil teams? So we're going to be going against Giovanni here. We are probably going to lead with Supernova. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue with that. Supernova does have Surf, so I can see us being a pretty good situation for this. And then tomorrow we should be in good standing for... Oh, but you don't have your... You don't have what yet. He doesn't have his ground typing yet, which is a problem. Once he becomes Nido King, and then you have Nido Queen. Okay. Guard spec, okay. Didn't help. Okay, so this is where I was, yeah. Very nice. So BDSP, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. What happens when you talk a lot? BDSP was okay for me, but I do not like, if it's okay to say this, it's totally fine. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have an opinion. It's your opinion. Your opinion is not wrong. So if something to you is aesthetically unappealing, that's fine. I don't take issue with that whatsoever. You are not in any way offending me because it's your opinion, and that's fine. Like, people are allowed to have opinions, and you're allowed to have different opinions, you know. So, you know, don't ever think that when it comes to especially like games and stuff that your opinion is going to offend me just because it's different. So you are 100% allowed to say the chibi style didn't jive with you. The main character or characters and gym leaders did not stick with me. So Gen 6, which is X and Y, will always hold a special place in my heart. That I actually think that, yeah, it was a bot. They sell, like, they try and get you on, hey, do you want, like, Rugers and whatever, and all that nonsense. And I will say, for me, when it comes to the chibi, I liked the top-down view because it reminded me very much of the original games of, you know, before they went to the full 3D character model. I would also have preferred that the characters outside of the 3/4 overworld view, when you had those cutscenes and stuff, I genuinely would have preferred the character having been full size. I do agree with that. 40 more points away for another phone. Boss be like, would you like to pay us to make your channel unable to get partner, right? Like, my channel ever getting partner is like, we're not even worried about that. We're not even worried about that. I'm glad I swapped, man. So glad I swapped. No! Yeah. For real, and the reason why the chibi style does not work is they look too much. Oh, that's true. They do look like Funko. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I actually like some Funko Pops, not all of them. I am not a Funko Pop collector. I have Lapras, I have Sailor Moon, I have Godzilla, I have, you can't see them because they're like behind, they're like over here, behind my microphone. But I have, Dino Pool, which is Deadpool as a dinosaur. And I have Socks from, oh, and I have Mew. So Socks is from the, like, right. And the reason why the chibi style, I find the I think like the chibi style is cute. It's such a hard thing because I like the chibi style, but I feel like I would have preferred the full-size character model in those cutscenes, as opposed to the chibi one. But overall, I think the game color is beautiful. I think the look of the game is good. I think the game runs really well. And that's another thing. I think it runs really well. Honestly, I think the Let's Go is a really good person. Honestly, yeah. Like, if you're asking me, if you're asking me which game I think is the nicest looking, I would tell you Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I think the color is great. I think the music is great. I think the size of everything is really great. I love the appropriateness of the size. I love how the Pokemon follow behind you or you can ride on them. I think Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee should have been the style for the Switch games. I would have really loved to see that in Scarlet and Violet. I would have loved to have seen that in Sword and Shield, although I do like Sword and Shield's look. I genuinely do like Sword and Shield's look. I think if they were going for an all-encompassing look, I feel like Let's Go Eevee would have been really good because it functioned so freaking so well. I mean, I think the worst thing that the game had was when they had the Pokemon appear on screen. If too many appeared, the game lagged. I'm not gonna lie, the worst area for it though was Viridian Forest near the end. And that's where I always remember getting lag. Is right there, because there's just too many trying to appear on the screen. So we have a Master Ball now, by the way, which is good. Because I do allow legendaries in this run. But only one, because anything else other than that's completely broken. But that's not the reason I like BSP. I like BSP as it was a remake of my first DS game. It's the first DS to Switch game, yeah. I think I have it on both sides, honestly. I have it on both sides. Like, I think overall I would prefer the taller character because they already had shown the taller characters before, and you kind of were like, oh, this is, the chibi for the overworld is fine. It harkens back to the original game. But I can't find much fault with BDSP. Like, I really honestly can't. I know a lot of people, like I said, have their own contentions with it, but I can't really find much fault with it. It is a game that functions. Which you got for your 10th birthday. So when BDSP came out, I of course got Brilliant Diamond to relive your childhood. What was your main in Super Smash? I do not play Smash. I actually don't play tournament type fighter games because I suck at them. I just suck at them, and yeah, that's the whole of it. I just suck at them. So unfortunately, I can't say who my favorite is because I don't play. I used to, a while ago, I had played Killer Instinct when it came out on the Super Nintendo, and I got very good at Bjorkit and Richter. But because I didn't have anybody to play with, I just didn't really play them much. And then I had a GameCube where I got Bloody Roar. What's that called? Bloody Roar, Brutal Paws of Fury, or something like that. It's a tournament fighter game where all the characters are human, but they can change into an anthropomorphic animal and combat. And I always get the name wrong. But the girl I always played as was like, she was a younger girl, and she had like this kind of big sweater on with longer sleeves, but she would turn into a more human cat mix than like a full rabbit mix. And she had this move that if you can execute it quickly, you basically just kick your opponent completely off the screen, and it's kind of, and I would do that, and I loved it. So I really liked her. And it was not a, forgive me for not knowing the term for this, but you know when you do tournament fighters and the screen just goes back and forth? This one kind of turned in all 3 dimensions to kind of do the battling, if I'm remembering correctly, because I feel like that's what happened. But it was on my GameCube, so I could be misremembering. So please don't hate me. You own Eevee, and I actually have Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. I had originally bought Eevee, but because of this particular run, my husband had gotten me Pikachu. So I now pretty much get all the games, both versions, which, please don't do that. It's dumb. Don't do it if you laugh. You have a friend's copy of... Oh, Snap was so good. Like, let me tell you something. The new Pokemon Snap game, you know what made me really happy about that? Is I'm gonna go to the full screen since we're done playing.